Look for the dance in each interview. A pair performs a posing. They trot, tiptoe, glide apart, then scamper back to meet. The first dancer, the interviewer, wants to understand the essence of the other, to uncover their soul as they want to see it. They ask open-ended questions, hoping that the interviewee's tongue slips and tenders the truth. Tell me about your childhood, or what gets you out of bed in the morning. When the photographer shoots her sitter in their own living room, she does so in hope that the sitter will let their guard down in comfort. This is what Vanity Fair's Clinton Cargill looks for when choosing story photos for the magazine. Images where the self-conscious mask falls away and we see what remains in its place. In that instant, the portrait proclaims a sea of narrative that comes crashing at the mercy of the viewer. With the dictaphone recording, the interviewer presses an evasive participant. The interviewer says, "It seems you didn't perhaps understand the question," and then repeats the question. Of course, they understood the question perfectly well. That's the only way they can evade it. Now, the interviewees dance. To keep their true self shut within, they answer for somebody else, another figure, their double, hoping that language doesn't betray them. Knowingly or not, they look to swat those prying eyes away from their true selves, and serve instead a version that they want themselves to be. We can never lay our whole selves bare to another, since our real self is felt, not seen. Portraiture is a romantic affair for Amy Sherrill. In a MoMA panel, she admits that she does not link her sitters to their names once the painting's complete.
Like I said at the unveiling, it's like once they're finished, when I looked at that image, I wasn't seeing the little girl that I asked if I could paint. I don't connect her name with the image. It becomes something bigger than that because it's about the absence of something, and so I don't connect it.
Once captured, our existence is codified. So was she in this childhood photograph. I talked to a painter friend recently. I'm obsessed with watching him paint. He told me that the portrait is the great equalizer in art, as a face is something that anyone can recognize. That the face always draws you towards the painting. Maybe it's the eyes, eager for you to return their gaze, or the forehead, revealing the slightest anxiety. The lips, undeniably evocative. Perhaps also the ears, sometimes so singular that you can picture them with both eyes shut. For him, painting is alchemy, not limited by a language or a mind that is often so driven to relate it to something within itself. One possibility, he says, is that the portrait's just an arrangement of colors that point to the idea that it might be a person, created in this alchemical reaction. Just like how none of the faces you've looked at for the past 30 seconds were real. They were all created by a generative adversarial network, codified in another way. No matter how open-ended the questions, how comfortable the sitter, or how much we decide to disclose, the portrayed is never who they really are, and sometimes they don't even exist. And much like that, but with words, the interview is exactly the same.